Chris Bier. I fucking owed you this one, dude. We cut the last one like super short because we had some friends showing up at the studio, but it was awesome like catching you in person and just it's fucking rad, dude. It was awesome that you were able to come and hang out. I mean, it wasn't totally my fault, dude. You did show up like 4 hours late, 3 hours late or
Yeah,
something.
I did. I mean, I think I caught a
Fashionable
flight.
Chris Beer.
I think I caught a flight in and was up all night from loadout and slept and then woke up.
Hell yeah. No, dude, it was awesome hanging out with you, but it was just like that episode was too short, man. I was like, fuck, we got to do a part two. So here we are,
Yeah.
a little while later. Those are some sick decks behind you. You were kind of telling me about them before we hit
Yeah,
record here.
they're like
Some
old,
zero decks, huh?
old like Jamie Thomas zero decks, and like he did like 10 of them, I think, but it got him signed and everything.
Really? That's
hmm
badass. Where did you pick those up at?
I ended up buying them and then sent them in to like this signing thing that they had and got them signed.
That's badass, dude. How's the card collecting thing going? You said you were packing cards or something this afternoon. Like, what's going on
Yeah,
with that with you and Brandon?
we've had like I had like 2 months off, so I was bored with some money and started
Hell
buying
yeah.
cards again. Um, so now trying to sell some to make some money back.
Yeah. How do you sell them? I mean, do you have like a website or something where it's like,
I just
you
do it
go,
on like my eBay store.
okay.
So I just
Yeah,
sell
it's
them through my
crazy.
eBay.
My kid's totally gotten into that now. So it's like everywhere we go, he's looking for cards or blaster boxes or whatever, but he's doing it on a 10-year-old's budget. You know what I mean? Because I was
Yeah,
like,
it's an
dude, this shit's
expensive hobby.
expensive. Yeah, I
Yeah.
took him to like a card shop, right? I was like, "Oh, you want to go to a card shop?" Because he was into it, and I was showing him Brandon's page, Granddaddy Rips, and I know you're on there sometimes. And I ended up going. We went to some like card shop here in Denver or whatever, right? And I had no idea how expensive a fucking box of like 6 packs of cards or 10 packs of
Oh,
cards or whatever comes in a blaster box, dude. It was like 300-400 bucks. I was like, whoa. It's like, shit,
yeah.
maybe I
There's
won't be buying you any cards. You're
save,
going to have
save
to
it
go
for
back to
Christmas.
Pokemon cards, bro.
Yeah, dude. It's an expensive hobby. Like to get good
Yeah,
cards, you got to spend a bunch of money, and it's gambling.
right. Yeah, no, he's been pulling, like, he pulled a Jerry Rice autograph, like, 1 of 20 or something, which was pretty
Nice.
dope. He was super stoked on that. And then we've been ripping some UFC cards because they're a little bit on the cheaper side and some
And they
bigger
got a bunch
case
of those
hits and
too.
stuff. Oh, really? That's
Yeah,
awesome.
there's a bunch of UFC cards like through
Yeah.
like Panini.
Okay, yeah. So he's been ripping Panini cards, I think, and so, a few Prisms here or there, but the Prisms are the expensive ones, right?
Yeah, that's like a little higher end product.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's get off of cards for a minute, dude. But I think it's awesome that you guys are doing that. It's a little side hustle, something to do.
Yeah,
You
it's
can do
fun.
it anywhere, right?
Yeah,
And
pretty much.
Brandon's gotten some traction with it, right? Like he's got a little audience that follows him now, and
Yeah, he's got
he's
like a
like traveled
little.
across the country and went to some shows and shit.
Yeah, he's getting ready for one. I think it's in February in Pasadena or Glendale that he's going to go to. That
Okay,
he got like a table with a couple of guys.
fuck yeah. And then his Instagram is Branddaddy Rips, right? Is that
Yeah,
okay? So you guys do like live streams on there, and then what's
yeah.
your eBay store if anybody wanted to go pick up some cards?
Um, I could send it to you, but I think it's just under my name, to be honest.
Okay,
Um,
yeah, look it up real quick. We'll shout it out well, since we're on here and we talked about it, anyways.
yeah, it's just my name, Christopher Beer.
Okay, hell yeah.
And yeah, I'm like, I have a couple more that need to end in the next couple of days, and then I take off soon.
Oh,
So
so you're like auctioning them off then, huh?
yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah,
Cool, man. Yeah, no, it's good to have a side hustle. I mean, the podcast was a side hustle from the get go, and now I got fucking 3 in the works right now,
yeah.
including this one, which
That's
is
crazy.
insane. One of them might be like a big contract that I can't really. I'll tell you as soon as we're done hitting record, but I'm working on that right now, like a full on. I have to do a full pitch and like a pilot for it, and
Nice.
it's cool, dude. It could be a really good opportunity. So keeping
Perfect.
my fingers crossed that I can just do this full time and get out of the gig world a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, we did the part one. We covered so many things. It was like super fast tracked, and then we got interrupted because one of my homies was stopping by. I think you ended up hanging out with him a little bit that night, right? Like he gave you a ride back down
Yeah, he drove
the
me back
hill and
to
stuff.
Denver to the hotel, and yeah, awesome dude.
Yeah, shout out to Rishi, man. He's an awesome guy. Um, yeah, dude. So I gotta ask, when I was going through and like making the cover and all the shit that we do for the podcast, for the YouTube, and for the Instagram, I ran across, and I think you had sent this to me at one point, but you were holding like a pyro gag, right? From what's the
Yeah,
company that was doing it?
Pyrotechnico.
Yeah. Okay. I think I tagged the wrong pyrotech, by the way. But we took that shit off there. You got him. You got him the right one. But yeah, dude, that thing's crazy, man. Is that like a Rammstein? Like, what tour was that
It's
on? Or is
it was
that a
for
scissor thing?
Tyler. No, it was for Tyler the Creator. We
Okay.
did Camp Flognog. But yeah, it's literally like a Ghostbusters jetpack that you put like the
Right.
canisters in, and it shoots flames out. It's a
That's
flamethrower.
so badass, dude. I'm gonna pull it up here real quick. Stand by 1 second. So, because we are recording video on this one. The last one we didn't, but I just got to figure out how to share my screen here real quick. Stand by.
But the live performance with him on it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I bet, dude. I mean, that thing. How far did those flames shoot, dude? Can you see the
couple.
screen, Chris?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
sick.
it's like 6 feet or so.
Yeah, dude. That is badass, man. How
It
hot
was
does
pretty.
that fucking thing get, like in your hands?
So they were telling me they wanted to do like a flame test to see how long they could hold it until the canisters
Ah,
ran
you
out.
were the test dummy.
Yep. And then I literally held it as long as I could, like 37 seconds, and my fingers felt like they were like melting. It was so hot.
Really?
Yeah,
37 seconds? That's
I
wild,
think
dude.
that's what it was. Yeah, and my hands were blistering hot.
I like the blowing off the six shooters at the end, dude.
Yep.
How heavy are those things, man? 'Cause you got to have a
They
little
weigh
bit of
nothing.
arm pump going
No,
on.
they weigh nothing.
Really?
They're so light. Yeah.
That's awesome. And is there a trigger on it, or does the pyro guy have control of it?
So he has like the main control to activate. I think like the wireless solenoid, whatever it is.
Okay.
And then and then there's like a safety trigger and then a fire trigger on the handhelds.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, no, that is
But
wild,
yeah,
man. Have you ever been
that was
to
one of the fun things.
that's awesome. Have you ever been to a Rammstein show?
Yeah,
Oh my god, dude,
it's
that is
it
insane, dude. The first time I
pyro the
saw
whole
that,
show.
I think the lead singer is like a pyro. He's got his pyro license himself.
He has his pyro. He's an ex Olympic swimmer for Germany.
Is he?
Yeah, and then
Damn.
Black Box Music in Berlin.
Yep.
When I think they were starting having like financial problems, and he became a partner of the company as well.
Really?
Hmm.
That's crazy, dude. Yeah, no, that their shows are insane, man. Like
It's yeah. I mean that's like it's a show. It's not a concert.
the first time I saw them, we were on a festival run. I can't remember what band I was with. It might have been, I don't know. It doesn't even matter. But you know how those festival runs are. You're basically like camping out for the weekend and you
Yep.
load in the day before and, it's all kind of staged so you can do a quick set change. And I was looking up in the roof and I was like, why are all the chain bags made out of chicken wire? I was like, what is this hokey fucking shit that they got going on? And they were like, oh, that's because Ramstein's playing like the night before you guys, and we can't put regular chain bags up there because they'll fucking melt from all the pyro. So like they have to put like I think they had their cables on their trusses and
Hmm.
stuff wrapped in fire hose, like
No way.
sheaths and stuff, dude. It was insane because that shit's flame proof, and they didn't use any burlap. It was all fire hoses around the steel, like used fire hose, that you
That's
just cut.
crazy.
Yeah, dude. And then I was like, oh, I got to see this shit, dude. And I had no idea what I was in for, man. You could feel the heat from, like, they wouldn't even let people on the sides of the stage, stage right and stage left, like wings at all. Um, and so I braved it out in the crowd. And I think we might have been that Rock am Ring. Have you ever been to that?
Yeah, the one in Nuremberg.
Yeah, dude, that shit
at
is
the
wild,
racetrack.
dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's Germany, right? So it's I guess it's his home country. And
Hmm.
then fucking dude, that was insane, man. You could feel the heat and I was like all the way back at front of house. So I
Yeah.
couldn't imagine
Those.
like being on the barricade or something.
Yeah, they have so much pyro in their shows.
Yeah. No, that's
And like
wild.
they had the last one they did with like delay towers had like cable lines that went from like A to B and B to C, and they could shoot like sparks that would like travel from A to B from it, and then like do a pyro hit.
Dude, I think at one point he came out and he had like these wings that were on fire, like an angel or a devil or some shit, dude. Like it was fucking cool. Like
Yeah,
Rammstein's not my flavor of music, but that show live is fucking badass, dude.
it's one of the craziest shows I think I've ever seen.
Yeah. What have you like being on some of these tours and these festival runs? That's kind of the cool thing. Like when I was in Bonnaroo, I was on tour with Kanye. Not a huge rap fan, you know, I'm a metalhead, but Metallica, same sort of thing, was playing the night before. So I was like, fuck, I'm going to Metallica, dude. There's no way I'm missing this, right? And
Oh, of course.
you know, I think when I was in God, there was another show. Oh, Lollapalooza when Rage came back. I was on tour with the Killers, but Rage happened to be playing like the night before, so I was like, oh, I'm fucking going to that for sure, dude. There's no way I'm missing that. Have you ever had any instances like that where you've been able to catch some other
Yeah,
bands that like you're into?
I think the most recent one was probably Bonnaroo a couple years ago. We were playing one night, and then a couple of us stayed, and we saw Tool headlined on the main
Hell
stage
yeah.
the next night. So we all stayed and saw Tool, and had some fun.
That's
But yeah, I
awesome.
definitely
Yeah,
usually check the lineups up at the festivals and see who's playing, if catch a good free show.
absolutely. Yeah, I wanted to go where they do Coachella. Is it Indio? Is that right?
Yeah, the Indio
They were
Polo
doing
Field.
a big metal one this year. I was gonna try to go, but I fucking hate that place, dude.
It's a nightmare getting in and
It
out of there.
sucks, man. It is so bad. Like I
Oh,
only
it
did
was
it a couple of years.
was it Power Trip?
Right. Yeah. I think
That
it
was
was
the big one.
Metallica, like Pantera. I think Ozzy might
Um,
have played it. I don't
yeah,
know.
it was
I can't
one of
remember.
those big metal ones.
Yeah, hell yeah. I would have been super into that. That's my type of festival. That or punk, but punk isn't really punk anymore, man. It's crazy.
No, I mean I don't want to say
And it's
punk's
like
dead,
everybody
but
I want to go see is almost geriatric. Well, I guess Metallica is too. I mean, they're all in their 60s or something, right? I wouldn't say
yeah, I mean
geriatric, but
look at the Stones. They're still touring and they're geriatric.
yeah, no shit, dude. Like straight up geriatric. They're like in their 80s, aren't they, or some shit?
They got to be, yeah, if
Yeah,
not close to it.
yeah, dude. That I don't know, man. I don't know how they're still doing it, but I've heard stories like from some of their management that I've done some other tours with, and they're like pretty much like Keith Richards is the closest thing that you can get to being a vampire. Really, I mean, he gets a
That's
blood
the
transfusion like every few days or something, or once a week or
that's like the
once a month.
closest you
Like
get
I
to
don't,
death.
yeah, but he's still smoking and like drinking and
Yep.
like, dude, there's something to that. You know what I mean? Like if you got the fucking money, man, fucking
Yeah.
ride that motherfucker till you die, dude. Like, go for it.
Fucking Dracula out there playing the
Yeah,
guitar.
it really is, man. It's fucking wild. Yeah. So yeah, I guess last time we dove into on this first part of this, we dove into like some World War II history and all that sort of stuff. But I think that's kind of where we got cut short was like right around there.
I
And we
think
were
so.
talking about like touring Europe and stuff. Do you want to pick that back up or what?
Sure.
I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean we can go
yeah,
anywhere.
like what we were talking about, like some bunkers and shit that we had been in. And that was something that I got like super into, like probably my 15th time in Europe, right? Like, because you've probably been to, I mean, I have, I think 3 or 4 passports that are just
Yeah.
completely full because you're in a different country every fucking day, right? So,
Yeah, I mean I have 2 active passports just for touring.
really,
So you can send one in for visas and then travel on one at the same time.
oh shit. Okay, yeah, they didn't do that when I was touring. I
Yeah,
think it would all had to be in advance.
one of the tours I did like pre-pandemic got us a second passport.
Really?
So then I have like your first one's good for 10, and then your second one's good for like 4 or 5 years.
Okay. That's pretty awesome, man. No, I think I remember when I was touring, and this is fucking 13 years ago, kind of when I quit, but they started, I guess if you fill up a passport within a year or something, there's an option to get like a double or triple pages. So my
Mm-hmm.
passports are like they don't fit in your back pocket, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like an inch pad.
right. You can't carry them around. And dude, that was one thing I was kind of nervous about, like touring over there. Like, you get caught without a passport, you have no, especially if you're in
Yeah,
South America or something, you have no room to, like, there's nothing to stand on, dude. Like, you're,
yeah. I mean, that's definitely like something that like I definitely panic about sometimes. Like, oh shit,
yeah.
where's my passport? Did I leave it in the hotel? Oh no, it's in my backpack.
Yeah. Well, I would even carry it like on me, pretty much, like, which is a pain in the ass, dude, because it's bigger than the wallet that I carry. Like, I'm
Yeah,
a minimalist, right? Like, when it comes to everyday carry, I'm a fucking minimalist as much as I can be. But you're not going to whip out your Colorado ID in Switzerland or Chile and be like, yeah, this is me, dude. I swear to God. Like, I didn't murder anybody. But yeah, I think we were talking about like fucking just like super cool shit that we'd seen. Like, what's some of the craziest World War II like history stuff that you've seen? Like
um,
being over in Europe and stuff, man. Like, because
I
I
mean,
know
last
I've seen like
summer.
chunks missing out of buildings, and we did a festival where Hitler did that huge speech. I can't fucking remember. My memory's so
Oh,
shot,
is it the
dude.
one in Munich?
Yes,
Yeah, it's like
that's a
downtown
wild
Munich. Like,
place.
yeah.
So yeah,
I mean,
going through some of that. Sorry.
no, I'm saying sorry. Last summer we did a show. We did a festival in Poland, like not in Warsaw, somewhere else, but it was literally like bunkers were all around like the giant field, and it was where they did war and like during the 30s and 40s.
That's crazy, dude. Yeah, no, like some of those places. I remember another place that I went. I know we didn't talk about this the last time. Was Brest, France. Have you ever been there?
I don't know if I have or not.
It's kind of like countryish, like along the coast. And I think it was like the biggest. It was one of the biggest like naval battles in World War II. Was right there because I don't know. I think it's because of where it was located. So like Germany was trying to take that over for their naval fleet, and America. I don't know the exact story behind it, but it's crazy, man. There's all these like artillery things set up that you can still go and tour, and like these brick walls that are built. It's super cool, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much history in Europe compared to the States.
It's unbelievable. I mean, all those UK guys used to always tell me, like, because I was kind of a young, cocky kid when I first started touring, like, dude, we have park benches older than your country, And like, one of my worst experiences was being in fucking London on the 4th of July, dude. That is not a good place to be if you're an American, dude.
I was
Like,
I was there like 2 years ago, and I remember
okay.
Stagehand came up to me and said Happy Fourth of July, and told me on Fourth of July they cry.
That's not what they were saying to me, dude. They were talking mad shit, dude. I think I even got in a fist fight that day, but I was super drunk. We had a charter plane, and on the charter plane, I used to see how many beers I could drink, like on the plane, because normally it was like a travel day off if you were on the charter, typically, or we definitely were into London, and I was pissed off already. Like, who wants to go to London on the 4th of July?
I mean, who wants to go to
Yeah,
London in general?
yeah. I mean, I'm a patriot, dude. I got the fucking American flag behind me, right? And a bunch of the guys on the crew were English, and then this one dude, Ben, was super awesome. He was like, he could see how pissed off I was going. He's all, no, mate. He was English. He's like, I'm gonna take you to a tiki bar. So we went to some tiki bar in fucking London, dude, and I drank. God, I don't even know how many volcanoes or whatever the fuck they were serving me. And he got. It was either me or him. I mean, this is how drunk I was. It was either me or him. We got so drunk, somebody puked like at the bar, like underneath the bar,
Oh,
just like a quick, like, oh, no, I'm good to go. But drinking all that rum and shit, and then I think he was like scheduled to go pick up his wife at the airport. Dude,
oh
he couldn't
no.
make it up the stairs to the fucking Hilton in London, dude. Like, it was bad. Like, it was really bad. But yeah, born on the 4th of July, man. It was one of those
Yep.
moments for sure. But yeah, I think later that night at the hotel, or so I heard, I got in a fist fight over 4th of July, dude. That's how much of a
No,
fucking American I am.
America.
At least in my younger days, dude, you couldn't pay me to fist fight now. There's no way.
Oh, there's too many cell phones and lawsuits.
Yeah, and you don't know what fucking people are trained in, if they have a gun or not. I mean, I guess you're in London, they don't have a gun.
No.
Pretty on the safe side. You might get fucking billy clubbed though. I don't know. That might be worse.
Or stabbed.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, no, it's crazy. I think even in New York, right? You can't carry a pocket knife. Not
I
the
mean,
thing. I think I got
I don't
stopped
know.
by a cop
I
there
wouldn't
one
be
time.
surprised.
Yeah, I think in New York City, I think it's illegal to carry like a pocket knife.
I believe it.
Maybe it has to be a certain size. Maybe you can get like the little Swiss Army thing going or some shit. So you're leaving like next week, right? You're headed to Australia or some shit. Or
Yeah, on the 30th.
pretty soon? On the
Yeah,
30th.
in about a week.
Okay. Damn, dude. And do you want to name who you're going out with? I think, did we talk about it
That's
the
fine.
last time?
I don't know if we did or not. I don't know if I had it confirmed, but going out with Blink
Okay.
182 for the year.
Nice. A little throwback.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that should be fun.
Yeah. That's a good crew though, man. Like, is it same dudes that have been doing it for a few years, or is it a new regime?
I think it's pretty much a newer production over the last year or so, compared to like what they had for a long time.
Okay.
But they're still touring off. I think it's like last year's tour, so they're going to run it out another year.
Right on. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
some of the backline guys from them. Pretty cool dudes.
yeah. Everyone seems real
I mean,
nice.
for backline guys.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, no,
they're.
yeah, it should be a good time, man. How many stops and have you seen a full schedule yet? I mean, are you
I've
on
I've
it
seen
for
a
a
schedule.
year or what?
Yeah, I'm with them until like I think October.
Oh
So I got
wow.
most of my year scheduled. But yeah, we're down in Australia until I think like beginning of March. It's like a good month or so. But it's an easy
That's awesome.
schedule. Two
Are you guys
shows
doing
every
the
venue.
states at all or?
Yeah, we'll do Australia and then South America. We'll do all Lollapaloozas and then a US run starting in June.
Nice. Oh, you're doing the South America Lollapalooza?
Yeah, we have those and a couple other shows in South
Those are
America,
cool,
Mexico
man.
City. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
I did
they're
that one
they're
down in Chile
unorganized,
one
but they're
time.
fun.
Yeah, nah, totally unorganized, dude. Uh, but yeah, definitely South America is one of my favorite spots to tour, dude. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite? Like, I mean, it's hard to beat
Um,
all of it. I have
it
places
is. I
I
mean,
absolutely hate.
yeah. There's definitely that. I mean, Australia is always great this time of year because it's summer, so it's like warm. I mean, hot. Um,
Yeah,
like Eastern Europe's a
real
blast.
hot.
Yeah. Um, like I spent time in Russia was awesome. Czech Republic, Prague is awesome. Bogota down in Colombia is out of control.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Colombia is
Um,
another. Dude, I gotta
yeah.
I gotta tell you this story. So I'm there on tour and we're staying at some hotel and they have like bomb dogs and shit at the hotel, man. Like it's no joke. And they kind of told us like it was kind of like I think they said don't go out of the wire. It's like fuck, are we in prison or is this like what the fuck is going on, right?
Stay out of the yard.
And yeah, and so me and a couple of the crew guys, like we do, we're like, oh, there's this great coffee shop like 3 blocks down. Like how bad could it be like to go to the coffee shop or whatever, right? So we're going down to get some Colombian coffee, and just walking down the sidewalk, no tomfoolery, dude. We weren't looking for anything. We weren't, no bullshit. And we're walking down the sidewalk, and or what you would call a sidewalk, I guess, is pretty dilapidated. And dude, this like 1970s Chevy, right, with this welded box on the back of it. It's paint like basically spray painted blue. Had some sort of like insignia on the side of it. Pulls up, and we were walking. I guess it must have been a business. I don't know if it was a bank or not, but we're walking by, and this thing pulls up like pretty much right in front of us, like maybe 50 feet from us down the sidewalk, and out come fucking dudes in bulletproof vests with shotguns and like straight in our face, dude. and finger on the trigger. Like, I know gun safety. Like, I grew up around guns. Like, you and I have been around enough operators and stuff. At
Yeah.
this point, I'm always looking at, like, is this person like literally finger on the trigger, or is it like, what's he doing? You know. But like, I mean, full draw down on us, right? So I instantly throw my arms on the wall. Like, fuck, dude, I am no problem, dude. Like, I'm like, no Espanol, good gringo, whatever the fuck I was saying. I don't even remember, dude. But I'm about to shit my pants. And I didn't realize it, but it was an armored truck. And that's just how they conduct business, dude. It's just like whoever the closest is to the truck gets held at bay by shotguns, right? And then one dude gets out with like it looked like a burlap like coffee bag, goes in, gets the money, comes back, they fucking get in the truck and take off.
I mean, it
But
could have
he
been a
was in
bank
there for
robbery
like
too.
5 minutes. Yeah, we're in there like, yeah, no, it wasn't a bank robber, dude. They had like badges and shit. Maybe it was. I don't know. And I was like, fuck, do you guys still want a coffee? So we went, we're like, shit, we're halfway there. We might as well fucking go, dude. But it was the wildest shit. I wish I had a cell phone or something at that point. But I'm kind of glad I didn't. I probably would have got shot, you know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, South America's dangerous. Like Rio de
Yeah.
Janeiro, people get abducted and kidnapped all the time down in Brazil.
Yeah, dude, that's no joke. Have you ever had any crazy shit happen like that? Like been held at
No, I
gunpoint
mean,
in a different country or anything?
no. I've been fortunate enough. I haven't gotten in any trouble. Thank God.
Yeah.
But I've heard some people's stories of um, getting like arrested and doing stupid shit and spending a day or two in some foreign jail.
Oh,
But no, I
yeah,
try
dude.
to. I mean,
I'd much rather go to like San Quentin or something.
yeah,
I hate to
somewhere
say
in
it, but
Asia. Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, no, you're getting fucking caned and tortured and shit. And like,
yeah. They get shot with a firing squad.
yeah, even Mexico, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, outside the U.S. and Europe, they pretty much do what they want, like old school ways.
yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, I've had some close calls, man. That's for sure.
I've had more close calls probably in the States than I have overseas.
Really?
Oh, like being
You've
like
had
hammered walking home, I mean, like in Detroit at like
Oh,
2 in the
right.
morning.
Yeah. No, that's not good.
No.
Yeah, false sense of safety, right? Because you're in the
Yeah,
U.S., especially after spending
exactly.
some time in a third world country.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the tours I was on in Rio, I don't know. Have you stayed? I think most touring crews, when you're at Rio, you don't stay like down on Copacabana Beach. You stay at that Sheraton that's kind of like
Yep.
up on the
Further out
hill,
a
and
little bit. Hmm.
it's like a gated community, private beach, cliffs to get to the beach, right? Like 100-foot cliffs or some shit. So pretty safe spot for being in the middle of Brazil. And not that
Yeah.
Rio is like totally unsafe, but you go a couple blocks off of Copacabana Beach and you can get fucked,
Dude,
right? Like,
you're in the hood.
yeah. Yeah, we had another instance where it was me and it was like the homies, right? So my buddies on this tour, we decided that we were going to go down to Copacabana Beach and hang out because we had the day off. So we hopped in some cabs and we left the Sheraton and took them down to Copacabana Beach. One of our buddies was like trying to FaceTime his girlfriend or some shit at the time. And he decided to meet us later at the beach or something. So he hopped in a cab by himself. Well, you know, like traffic going into Copacabana Beach is like coming down PCH some days, right? Like
Yeah.
it's bumper to bumper. And I guess these dudes on dirt bikes, two guys on the back with Uzis, apparently, this is his story, were just going car to car, and specifically the cabs, and like sticking their guns in and just taking whatever they wanted. Like the guy on the back of the motorcycle, dude, they took his cell phone, flip flops, wallet, t-shirt. The only thing they left him in was board shorts. Like, but I'm surprised they didn't take those from him, dude. So he kind of figured out where we were at, and the cabbie was like holding them ransom at this point, right? He's like, "No, you still owe me money. I got robbed too, motherfucker." He's like, "I swear to God, my friends are down there." So I think we had to pay his cab or whatever. Like, what the fuck happened to you? He told us the whole story. So yeah, dude, you got
That's
to watch
wild.
your back, man. It's not. I think Americans have a false sense of safety. It's pretty badass here that all the protection that we have, and can just
Yeah.
fucking call the police, and they're not corrupt.
Well, and a lot of the big tours I've done too, it's like the security guy will send out emails of like places to stay, the like the crime rate, where to stay away from, and kind of give you heads up on emails and stuff like on your day sheets, which was definitely
Okay.
helpful.
Yeah, I had great security guys, but not that good, dude.
It's like our venue
Normally they
security
were out
guys do
getting in
that.
trouble with me. They were at the bar with
Yeah.
me. Just crazy. Yeah, no, we there's some crazy shit like in Mexico City, and I've seen some pretty wild shit some of the places.
Mexico City's wild too. I'll be there for
Yeah.
like a week. At the end of our South America run, we have like 5 shows I think there.
Wow. Is it a stadium tour or what are you guys doing? Do you know yet?
Um, it's all arenas, I believe, until we get to the States, and then there's like a handful of stadium shows, but mostly just arenas.
That's badass. I love arena tours, man. They're the
Yeah, me
best.
too. Yep.
Yeah, those stadium shows you can have.
Yeah, I like climate control where you can have the AC on all day and wear a
Yeah,
hoodie
hell
when
yeah.
it's 100 degrees outside.
That's the shit. Yeah, so what are you doing out there for Blink? Are you going out as stage manager or carp or what's
Be like the production cart for the tour.
okay, that's awesome.
Yeah,
And
and it's a pretty easy
lot
run.
of shit or is it I mean the
No.
best part is going out with bands. They don't need a whole lot, right? Like a drum riser, a few gals
Yeah.
here or there, but nothing crazy.
No, I mean like I think we have some inflatables and some risers, but yeah, nothing like last year with like boats and flying rafts and
Dude, what
lighthouses and
what was that claw machine thing that we
oh,
posted the picture of too?
so that was part of Tyler's set that had with
Okay.
those
So
flamethrowers.
this went along with the pyro that was
Yeah. So what it ideally was it was like a junkyard, and then there was like flame bars and pyro that were integrated into the risers and set. So when he wore like the flamethrowers, it would react like he was lighting everything on fire. So then they would hit the pyro cue on the risers, and then it looks like the risers all on fire from his flamethrowers. But yeah, it was like a
that's
junkyard.
crazy.
So it had a claw and like smashed up cars for scenic and stuff like that.
Yeah, those rap sets are I mean, I think on Kanye we had a whole entire moonscape that went like on top of the rolling stage with
Yeah, I
hydraulic
believe it.
lifts and a dinosaur puppet, like all this. I mean, it was wild, wild shit. Those guys
Too
come
much
up with
shit.
some crazy shit
Yeah.
and too much stuff to be where they're going and the schedules that they're doing a lot of the times.
Yeah. I mean, we were doing back to backs last year with 20 trucks going from like DC to Boston or San Diego to Oakland.
Yeah, I think when
Um,
you were here, right? Didn't you have like a 3 a.m. lobby call or some shit to start work at
yeah, it
4?
used to be it was like 4 or 4:30 lobby call. So then yeah, it was like 4:30 lobby call, and then walk and chalk at 5 and dump trucks at 6.
Damn, dude. And then what
Yeah,
time were you done with loadout?
usually by like 2 to 3 a.m.
So you're talking a 23-hour, 24, 22-hour day
Pretty much.
minimum.
Yeah,
God, dude. And how many of those in a row would you guys do?
we only did a couple tuna rows. Most of it are like show, travel, or day off. Show, travel, day off.
Okay.
But yeah, the back to backs were brutal
That's
though.
not horrible then, I guess.
No.
No, but like some of those tours I did early on in my career before I was too smart to say no, it was like 7, 8 in a row. And
Oh
you're
yeah, look
just,
at
I mean, you're
TSO.
just shedding years off your life. Literally.
Yeah,
Yeah, those ones
yeah. I
hurt,
mean,
man.
luckily now I get to try and have opportunities to pick and choose. Um, but yeah, every now and then I'll take on a big one that I instantly regret it and wait a couple years until I do another one.
Right. The money's got to be really good at that point, right? Because at that,
Yeah.
you're not getting paid hourly a lot of times, right? Like it's a fucking
No,
set
it's
rate
all
for the week or whatever. So, however much they can cram in a week, you're the
yep.
one that said yes, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So what's Blink schedule like? Is it pretty balls to the walls, or is it? I mean, you guys have some
No,
breathing room in there.
it's not bad. Like Australia is, I think there's like 2 shows at every venue, so we have like a walk away. Um, South America, there's like a couple back to backs that are kind of gnarly, but then there's time in between a couple of them. And then I think the States, same thing. Maybe like couple three in a rows, but nothing crazy.
That's awesome, man. Well, if you guys come through Colorado, you got to come back up, dude. We'll do this again. We'll get you on the
Yeah,
mountainside
for
this
sure.
time. We'll block out like a good like 2 or 3 hours. Those things go forever, man.
Yeah.
It's cool, but you see how you can lose track of time in the studio, man. It was cool. What did you think of the studio being up here?
No, it's cool. Like the whole little old school town, like the vibe was cool, and then yeah, you had your studios like right downtown.
Yeah, I know it's pretty awesome, man. Like people, not too many people know about it either, which is kind of dope, you know. So
I
I've
mean,
kind of
yeah,
kept it like a little secret or whatever. So it's people are kind of shocked when they walk in. They're like, "What the fuck is this, dude?" Like
and
they
right
have no
next to a bar
idea.
too.
Like in a small mountain town, yeah, dude. There's bars all around us. They actually AEG, I think it's AEG or Live Nation just bought a bar down the street that does live music, and they're gonna turn it into
In your
like
town?
yeah, they're gonna
Oh,
turn it into a
nice.
small like tourist shop. It's like 500 people or something, but still, I mean they'll book some people in there and it'll be
That brings
cool.
revenue to the town.
Yeah, and it's a cool bar, man. It's like it's super old. It was like an old mercantile or something like back in the 1800s. Like back
Okay.
like I have some photos of it of some family members in it and they all look like fucking Wyatt Earp standing in this place. So
A bunch
it's
of
a
Tom
cool spot,
Sawyers.
man. Yeah, dude. No, like a bunch of Wyatt Earp motherfuckers, dude. Like it was the Wild West back then, dude.
Oh
But
yeah.
but yeah, it's gonna be a cool venue, man. I'm hoping we'll get some people, and then we got Red Rocks like 20. It's not even like 15 minutes from here. I can be at Red
Yeah,
Rocks
you're
in like
not far
15
away.
minutes. It's super dope. So, and I don't have to get on any highways to get there. It's just a 2 lane road
That's
down to Red
nice.
Rocks, which is awesome. I mean, there's a couple different ways to get in there, but that's super rad. So, do you guys know we be at Ball Arena, or I think it's still Ball
Uh,
Arena?
yeah, it's Ball Arena now. I don't know. I'll have to look up, but I'm pretty sure we have a stop in Denver though.
Okay, cool. Yeah, keep me posted, dude. I'll at least come down and have
Yeah.
a beer with you or something if there's time.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
sure you'll know a couple of the guys too, probably.
yeah, I might. I might know. There's always somebody. That's the kind of the coolest thing about our industry is like there's people that I run into that I totally have spaced out that I ever did a tour with them or anything until you like see them. But you pick it up like some of these people I haven't seen in like 10 years and you just pick it up like you didn't lose any time, man. Like you can have a conversation with these guys. It's all dudes like you and me, you know.
I mean, that's the nice thing with festivals too, is it's like a reunion every time.
It really is, man. You just fucking run into all kinds of crazy people, and the industry is not that big either. So it's kind of like, how many people do you know, like offhand, like maybe 100, that are in this industry that are like at
Probably.
the A game? You
Yeah, I
know what I
mean,
mean?
yeah, there's got to be, I don't know. I mean, it can't be more than a couple thousand people that do it worldwide.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. Like it's kind of a small community, but it's fucking cool, man. Like everybody,
Definitely
for
is.
the most part, like all those guys are my friends. Like the bad eggs kind of get weeded out real fast, right? Because if you can't get along with people,
Yeah.
you're typically not on the next tour.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the whole gig too, is getting along with everybody and meshing well and, you know, having each other's backs.
Yeah, no, it's totally like that brotherhood type thing. I think where with that fighter camaraderie, you're on the bus with dudes, you're fucking sometimes showering in the same locker room. Like it's a team sports mentality type thing.
Oh, yeah, it definitely is. It's like a team for sure.
Yeah, not gay showering, by the way. So,
No, not prison showering.
so hell yeah. So, what are you doing in your time off, man? Other than cards, just
Not a whole lot. I went on a couple little trips, see some family, but relaxed and enjoyed being home for a little bit.
hell yeah. You got to go to the Raiders game a couple weeks ago, huh?
Yep, went out to Vegas for a couple days. Went to the last Raider game against the Broncos.
Yeah, little short story there for me.
Yeah, you should have came.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about taking my kid because I had a hookup on some dude that had season tickets, and it was just I got so much going on, dude. It's so hard to schedule everything now. Like it's been insane lately, but it's a good
No,
problem to have. Like I'm not
that's a
complaining.
far trip for you too.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, it's an hour flight. I'm there all the time. For the entertainment stuff. I was just there with Formula One doing that shit. That was kind of crazy, but
No, that's right.
yeah. Um, yeah, the flights are easy from Denver, man. Like we have a lot of hub. I think Southwest hub is here, which I don't fly a lot, but United is. Like I can catch a United flight
Yeah, United has.
anywhere. And it's nice not being like East Coast or West Coast because we're kind of centrally located. So everywhere, like I can be anywhere in the States in like 3.5 hours, which is dope.
That's nice, yeah, because it's a long
Yeah.
flight from here to the East Coast.
Yeah. And you lose all that time going that way, you know? So
Yeah, but no, yeah, the Raider game was fun. Got to see some Santi and some of the buddies.
that's awesome.
But yeah, it's mostly just been honestly been home, hanging out with Brandon, and yeah, buying a lot of cards, more than I need.
That's awesome. We got to get Brandon on here. We should do one of these where like you
Yeah,
guys are ripping cards or something. Me, you, and Kyle and Brandon would be fucking rad. I think
yeah,
the
we can do
main
that
reason
for
why,
sure.
yeah, for sure, dude, we got to do that. I think the main reason why I like doing this is I never get to see you guys really, so it's like this is a great excuse for us to hang out for a little bit and just shoot the shit, you know.
Oh, 100%.
It's too bad Kyle might hop on here in a minute, but we'll see what's up. He's been working like a fucking dog lately. Yeah, but it's been fun getting back on with him. We've hit a couple episodes, just me and him, just chopping it up, and it was like, fuck, dude, we got to start getting the boys back, and so we're gonna try to keep doing this, once a week and whatnot. We'll have to catch you when you're like in Europe or Australia or some shit with a day off. Would be dope too.
Yeah, we can set something up. Like I said, I'm there. I'm on the road for a while this year, so I'm sure we can make something work.
That's awesome. We got a little bit of an internet lag going on, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if it's me or you. I mean, it's been storming down
It's
here by me
probably
too.
It's probably me, dude. I live in the mountains, so like to get good internet, this is why I don't do it for the mountainside anymore. Because I would have like some of these huge guests on that were like biologists or scientists and shit, and they're hard enough to talk to. Like I can talk to one of my boys under this circumstances, but when you're trying to have like an in-depth conversation of like serious shit, it's it's so hard to do it virtually. But I love this platform and being able to do this, man, is fucking awesome to see you guys.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like you said, yeah, it's a good way to keep in touch with everybody and feel like you're hanging out when you're 1,000+ miles away.
Yeah, no, it's super dope. Did I lose you, Chris?
Now, you guys got a bunch of. No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay, yeah, I can hear you now. Sorry, dude. I thought the screen went black for a second, so
You guys got a bunch of snow up there now?
dude, we got crushed. We had like all kinds of avalanches and shit. You should come out and go snowboarding, man. Like I don't really get up all
Yeah,
that
I'd be
much
down.
anymore. I got a split board that I've been doing a little bit of backcountry stuff with, but it's like too dangerous right now. Like um I think they had like 5 or 6 avalanches, which is crazy, right? Like
Oh, wow.
you live in some of these spots like I guess LA you have to worry about earthquakes and flooding and that sort of shit. Colorado, it's wildfires and avalanches, man. Like you have to be careful when you're on I-70 or if you're in the backcountry. If you don't know what the fuck you're doing, dude, like shit can happen in a hurry, even in the summer. Like summer months where you're like, "Oh, it's not
Yeah,
snowing,"
I mean,
but
I
like
imagine.
that shit starts letting loose and you're in the wrong spot. It's no joke.
Yeah, I did some boarding last year, like around like January 1st. We went to, what is it, Copper Mountain?
Oh yeah, that's right. I think I missed you, right? Wasn't I? I was
Um,
gone or some shit.
yeah, yeah, I was there for New Year's or something, like real quick. But yeah, Copper was awesome last year, like right around this time.
Yeah, that's a cool spot, man. There's really not a bad spot to go in Colorado. Like I have my favorites, but honestly, that's why I've been doing the backcountry thing because it's gotten so popular and like so saturated with people. It's just frustrating because I had it during the gravy years, like when I was growing up, where like there you didn't wait in the lift line. Now it's like almost like you feel like you're in an amusement park at some of these spots, like Winter Park
Yeah, it's
and some of
like
these
that's
places,
how like
dude. It's
Mammoth is
fucking
at Disney.
insane.
It's like Disneyland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And fucking the worst part is I-70. Like trying, dude, like traffic starts at like 4:30 in the morning. People going up the mountain, and it is bumper to bumper. Like you can't.
Oh, that's
Sometimes it'll
horrible.
take you like, a 2 hour drive could be 6 hours. So then half your day's shot. Like, and I'm not gonna pay to stay up there.
That's
Like I get it
that's
if
the
you're gonna go
worst.
stay for 5 or 6 days, but like I want to come home at night, dude. I'm close enough. Like 2 hours is not that far. So I got some little secret spots that are cut out where you don't have to get on the highway to get to, and they're pretty cool spots. But I don't really go that much anymore. A little bit of split boarding, that's been cool because you just skin in and then snowboard out. So you're getting a workout
Yeah,
and
and that's
fucking snowboarding at the same time, fresh tracks.
yeah. It's become pretty popular now too.
Yeah, I know there's a ton of companies making all kinds of cool shit out there now. It's cool. I'm a big fan of Never Summer, and we got those guys coming on the
Yep,
mountainside
I've heard
here
of
pretty
them.
soon. So be dope. Or we have one of
Nice.
their snowboarder chicks, one of their sponsored chicks coming on. I think next week or something like that. So I'll be dope. Are you still skating at all, or?
No, I mean, every now and then I'll
It's
get on
like
a
as soon
skateboard,
as somebody
but
hits like 35, unless you're Tony Hawk, you're like, no. Like I'll get on a board and ride it down the
yeah,
sidewalk, but like not skate, right?
no, no. You pick and choose your battles, like you said, after 35.
Oh yeah, dude. How old are you now, Chris?
37.
Okay, shit. Yeah, you're right behind me. I'm turning 44 in March, bro.
Yep.
It's
Damn.
crazy. Yeah,
Old man.
yeah,
It's like Chippy's
yeah,
over. Chippy's, I think, just about there too.
yeah. No shit. That's another dude I got to get on here, man. Me and him have some fucking history and stories that is. I'm sure he's gonna remind me of shit that I don't want to talk about,
Yeah,
or
don't
shit that
don't
I can
incriminate each
laugh
other.
about. Yeah, you never know, dude. You never know. I'm trying to think if I have any of those for you, man. Like I don't. I think we kind of talked about it the last time, our no effects thing. It's kind of crazy, even though we've been friends for a long time. We didn't really work together a whole lot, which a lot of these guys I've worked with a ton. But yeah, I'm trying to think. We
Yeah, I don't
haven't
think
really
we
been
ever got
on
in
too many gigs
any
together,
trouble.
have we?
No, it was like, and the whole no effects thing was just a random like
That was
timing,
so
just
random. It was
walking
so
past you on
badass.
Sixth Street. Yeah,
Yeah,
and you were just
that
like,
was a
yeah, no
fun
effects is
night, dude.
playing,
That was a
and like,
fun night. First to both be off of whatever show we were doing and just randomly be in the same city and randomly run into each other on the sidewalk. Like great minds think alike, I
yeah,
guess, dude.
I was definitely hurting at the airport at 6 in the morning that next day.
I do remember, like, I was going back and I was like trying to remember like some of that night because I had kind of forgot about it until you brought it up on the podcast. But I do vividly remember, like, I think they were only serving beer or something. Was that the case? And I think it was like only
I don't
Lone
know.
Star. They were sold out or some shit.
I know we drank a
But
lot of Lone Star for sure.
I remember shotgunning Lone Star beers like in the bar, like knife in the can,
Yeah,
full
I
on, like
think
let's go.
I mean, you're in Texas. You could have shot the can and shotgunned it.
Especially on 6th Street now. Have you been down there lately?
I was there for ACL like 2 years ago, or in
Okay.
2022.
So I went
But
23.
we were down like,
I was down. I got to go to Rogan's new
go ahead.
comedy club and went to the UFC
Oh, that's
fights
cool.
there, which was super dope. They were honoring a friend of mine that night, so I made the trip out there. That was super dope. And I knew a fighter that was fighting, and then I went to Rogan's comedy club, and I was only there for 2 days. But I had no idea, man. When I used to stay on 6th Street, it wasn't that bad. But like South 6th Street, I was fucking nervous, like walking back. from the bars because my hotel was on South Six. So I just picked a hotel that was like close to the comedy club. And fuck, dude. I mean, it was straight up. There was people like shooting heroin, smoking crack. It was tent city. Like, I guess people get shot there and shit. So I don't know. It's a little bit different vibe.
I mean, that's how. Sadly enough, it's like all big cities are kind of that way a little bit now,
Yeah. Well, Denver's definitely gone that route
or at
a
least a
little
little
bit.
more. Yeah, a little more in the public than used to be.
Yeah, for sure. And especially like gathered around, like Sixth Street is such a cool spot to go and hang out, you know? Or it used to be all the
Yeah,
live
Sixth
music.
Street or what's the other one? Rainy Street,
I think it's Red River, right? Is it Red River?
Red River, or Rainy. It's one of the ones over there where it's like all the old houses are turned into bars and stuff.
Right. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I can't remember. I think I didn't end up over there. I went straight to the UFC fights and then went straight to Rogan's Comedy Club that night and then went the second night to Rogan's Comedy Club, which is fucking badass, dude. If you're ever make it back to Austin, the Comedy Mothership is fucking dope. They got a cool bar there. The staff
Where's it
is
at?
fucking awesome. It's right on 6. Do you remember the old punk rock joint, the Ritz, that used to be there?
Maybe,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's on
like,
Six. I mean, it's like I've cruised up and down that street so many times.
yeah, I'm sure you've been by it, but he bought an old like punk rock joint and he turned it into a comedy club. But I don't know how many millions of dollars he put into that place, but it's dope, and it's a nice spot. Cool spot to go check out a comedy show if
Oh,
you're
I'm
into
sure.
that.
A lot of his Spotify money.
Yeah, no joke. Yeah, he's crushing it right now.
Yeah, he is.
Well, shit, Beer, we're coming up on time, dude. This has been awesome catching up with you, man.
Yeah,
Sorry it
man.
was kind of last minute, but
Always
I wanted
is.
to get the part 2 in and go listen to part 1 if you didn't last week. Fucking good shit. It was a good time hanging out with you, dude. Wishing you luck on this tour and fucking keep us posted, man. Especially if you're in Denver, hit me up. And then
Will do, man.
let us
For
let
sure.
us know when you get bored. Hop on with me and Kyle. We'll get you back on. Get fucking Kyle on here, and we'll roll with it.
Yeah, we'll have some fun.
Fuck yeah, Chris. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Bobby. All
Yeah, have a good night, bro.
right, buddy.